I've been very um I haven't had energy, man, to make videos. I'm sorry. It's 2:30 in the morning. I worked 13 hours today at the steakhouse. As a lot of you guys know, I am now I bar back and I go to school full time and I have a puppy. So all of that combined, I've had zero sleep, zero time to make videos, talk about Navy stuff. I just had time to do moto vlogs, but I want to talk to you guys about right now the best type of personality. This is going to be a one take. This is kind of like my old kind of videos that I did. When I first started making videos, I used to just record on a webcam, no editing, no anything. I didn't really know much about it. So this is kind of similar to that. And I'm recording in vertical. I just noticed I already started recording in vertical and I'm a minute in, so fuck it. Anyways, best type of personality. I get this question a lot. I was never really, I'm not really an A-type personality, I'd say. I'm very introverted in some ways, but then again, I'm extroverted in this kind of way. Like, I'm comfortable talking in front of a camera. I, I'm able to speak coherently, whereas get me in front of like a big group and I get nervous. My heart races. I get kind of like anxious. I don't know, it's weird. But I'm getting better with that. Like, it's certain settings specifically. And the personality that I saw that there's a lot of, obviously a lot of type A really strong personalities in the military, um, but those aren't really the best leader that I had. He was very quiet, very he worked very hard. He worked harder than anybody I've ever seen. He was the type of leader that would that led by example, right? So that's kind of how I was a very young E-5. Now I've had a lot of questions also about how'd you make rank so fast? Like what rank were you? So I was an E-5. I was frocked, so I just didn't, pass the test and get out. I was actually an E-5 for a year and some change, a year and a half. I made E-5 in just under 3 years, about like a little over 2.5 years. And I started off as E1. I started from the fucking bottom. Start from the bottom, no Drake pun intended, literally, the fucking bottom of the totem pole, E1 to E5, in under 3 years. And how I did it, this is kind of straying from the personality type, but I'm actually kind of tying it in. Because I chose to lead by example, and I literally, it's kind of what I'm doing now in my job, right, at the restaurant. Like, I just bust my ass 24/7 whenever I'm at work. I don't stop working. I don't stop moving. I don't stop doing something. I always have something in my hands. I always look like I'm busy. At least if I'm not doing anything, I look like I'm busy. That's one of the main keys. If there's anything to remember about the military or Navy in general, there's this quote that they would always say. It's stuck in my head. Perception is reality. The Chiefs up in the fucking goat locker, which the goat don't get me started on Navy Chiefs because that's kind of a fucked topic. But they would always say, perception is reality, miners. Perception is reality. Whatever we see you're doing, you're probably doing. So whether that be negative or positive, but regardless, I always made sure I was doing something or looking busy. And you have to bust your ass in the Navy, just or anything in general. Even when nobody's watching, try to do the right thing. Try to bust your ass, work hard, because it'll only make you feel good. Like I feel good after like an honest like days of work where like I know I put in like 110%, and no matter what anybody said, I know like I busted my ass. So I kind of used that mentality when I was in E1, E2, E3. I just was always learning. I was always reading. I've always been kind of a big reader, which is kind of like made me different from a lot of people I know. Like they're like, oh man, well I don't like to read, JT suits or whatever the fuck you call me. Like I don't like to read books like you, man. Well, I don't know. I just like to read fucking books. So I would study a lot, right? Study my qualifications. I got my aviation warfare pin really fast. I basically just did a lot of things really fast as I could. And that led to me to get a good eval, right? I got an EP eval. So, because you make rank E1, E2, E3. automatically. E3 to E4 in the Navy is a test. E4 to E5 is a test. E5 to E6 is a test. Above that, it gets a little complicated. But basically, I made E4 because E4, E5, E6, it's your test that they look at, and they also look at your eval, which also plays a very big percentage. I want to say, like, if it's not 50-50, it's 60-40. So I got the best eval when I went up for E4, and the best eval when I went up for E5. And I studied for the test, obviously, and did decent, so I picked up rank. First time E4, first time E5. And E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, all just right in a row. And it took me just under 3 years. So, and my rate, I wasn't even really good at my job. I wasn't even the best aviation mechanic. Like, I don't like fucking tools. The reason I joined the Navy was to get better with tools and like to learn a job. But I realized I'm not even good at it. I suck with tools. I'm more like, I'm not mechanical. I'm the opposite. How my brain works. Regardless, I was still able to pass the test and get good evals because it's not just about like for aviation. I was able to go to the line shack. I was like really good in the line shack, and I was a landing signalman enlisted, and I became a supervisor of about 18 people. And I just like got all the inspections done constantly, like made sure all the wash jobs were done, aircraft moves, launching and recovering. Like it's a lot of shit. And they had like a 20, 21 year old in charge of a. I was in charge of anybody anywhere from 18 out of high school to a 35-year-old guy with 2 kids. So like, and they're putting a fucking 20-year-old kid, me, in charge. That was crazy. But it gave me, like I said, that personality. It's got way fucking off topic, but you don't have to have that type A personality in the military. I am very pass I'm passive in some things. I'm getting better at standing up for myself, definitely. But I'm more of like a go with the flow kind of person. I try to avoid confrontation. And in the military, definitely it's a lot of confrontation. A lot of people calling out shit, calling you out, talking shit, whatever. So definitely have thick skin when you're joining the military, any branch. Have thick skin. Don't let people's words get to you. That's like really good advice I would give also. But yeah, this has been 8 minutes of just ranting, but I feel like there was some good content in here. If you guys were able to, I was trying to think of a word, I can't think. It's 2:39 now in the morning, and it's Valentine's Day, or it just was Valentine's Day. That's why I'm up so late because I worked literally went in at 10 in the morning, didn't leave until 11:30, close to 11:30. Then I got dinner. Then I came home, took a shower. I had my puppy, and then I was on YouTube watching videos, and I'm making a video. All right, well I'm gonna go to sleep. I gotta think of a title because I gotta watch this. And think of a title. All right, I'm gonna do that. Social media stuff below as always. Videos weekly. I can promise you that. Couple videos a week. Moto vlogs, Navy videos. I'm getting a tattoo soon. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I'm getting a new tattoo pretty soonish, so that'll be cool. I'm gonna make like a cool little edit montage, not montage, edit, and I'll show you like it getting done. It's gonna be in a painful spot. It's gonna fucking hurt, but yeah. All right, peace.